Japan Dyno, the best of Japan to you. Howdy, this is Andy of Japan Dyno, and I have for you an HKS super sequential blow-off valve made by the HKS company here in Japan. Very famous blow-off valve, the HKS super sequential, on a vehicle-specific flange. This flange here, the valve itself removed from a VR4 Legnum, Mitsubishi Legnum vehicle. The flange, a very commonly used flange used with the Sylvia's S14, S15, all the Evolution vehicles, Mitsubishi Evolution vehicles, and of course the Legnum VR4 from which it was removed. Now the super sequential blow-off valve is a diaphragm type blow-off valve, has a diaphragm in the center here, it's the diaphragm housing here, and the diaphragm is tensioned by a spring in the back here, and the boost released from the front. We'll go to some closer photos, give some more details about the function of the super sequential. So the inner manifold vacuum is connected by a hose to a little nipple in the back here, because the boost pressure comes from below, and when the inner manifold vacuum pulling on the diaphragm, the boost pressure pushing on the diaphragm is enough to overcome the diaphragm. It moves a small piston that runs through this section here, and that allows the boost pressure to squeeze out the front of the trumpet here, releasing the very, very distinctive HKS sequential blow-off valve sound. And in back of the diaphragm, of course, is the spring that resists the diaphragm, and this is a fully adjustable type blow-off valve with a bolt and a locking nut to adjust the tension of the spring. So a universal blow-off valve. The valve good for any turbo vehicle. The flange, not so universal, fairly vehicle specific, but used on many different vehicles. The Pulsar, Sylvia, and VR4, Evolution, various other things. So the other side, also very tidy, a few little marks and scratches and things. Again, the flange there, the nipple to the inner manifold, the spring housing, spring tensioning bolt, diaphragm in this area, piston in this area, and the front of the valve, the trumpet of the valve, and back of the unit here. So again, we can see the diaphragm housing, spring housing, tensioning bolt, and nipple that goes to the inner manifold. From the front, you can see that very distinctive HKS trumpet with the purpley pink colored piston there. So the piston, of course, pulled back in little sequential movements, releasing the boost. The boost squeezes around the outside of this little piston, giving that very distinctive, very cool HKS super sequential blow-off valve sound. So the HKS super sequential blow-off valve, made in Japan, from Japan. Thank you. In order to serve you better, we have our website at www.japandyno.com, as well as our blog, the Japan Dyno Daily Fix, where we feature items of special interest. Look forward to seeing you there.